one of the things that hits me personally with Social Security. And so, as I mentioned, we moved here for, really for a better life and to go to college and so on. And my mom came up with us. And so she worked for about 20 years at a nursing home, at a really good job. She loved the job. It was a vocation for her as a certified nursing assistant. In fact, she was their top CNA. And in fact, we now have a Jean Beckford Servant Leadership Award that is where I give a monetary award out to CNAs at St. John's Nursing Home that embodies servant leadership. So she has now a permanent legacy place there. When she retired at the age of 70, her Social Security was barely $700 a month.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time thinking, how would you live if you didn't have a son like me? That it was really clear to me that we have a social safety net that isn't really a net at all. But the problem is that the people who designed it at the time put a cap on the amount of money that could go into it from your income. And part of the reason I would suspect is that the people who designed it made more money and they wanted to put a limit on it, or else why would you put a cap? Right? So if you make more money, you should pay right into it. Most Americans don't realize that just, 20 years ago was $100,000. If you make more than that, you don't pay into Social Security at all. It stops. Today, it's about $167,000.
Wait, hold on. Okay. So you're saying the person who makes $30,000 a year, they're paying into Social Security, what is it, 8%?
It's about 8% of your income.
8%
and
of
if
your
you
income.
get pay raises over time and you make, today, $167,000, you still pay 8%. But when you get above that $167,000, you pay zero. So all of a sudden your paycheck goes up. So if you made $200,000,
Wait. So instead of paying 10% or 15 or 20 or something that's even more that you can afford, you now paid
zero.
Nothing.
Right. So that means that if you make $200,000, you only pay Social Security tax on the first $167,000 to really demonstrate how egregious this is. Warren Buffett, who makes $40 billion a year, he pays the same into Social Security as somebody who makes $167,000.